Understood. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
picking
shoot,
you
shoot.
loud and clear.
Alright.
What's up, D?
Alright, everybody, welcome to Midas Gaming versus SSG Tetris. This is our first division game in the DGO. EAE Gaming, the three of us casting. It's myself, Snare, we have Say D, and we have Mooma. How you guys doing?
Hello.
Good
and you?
vibes, man. I'm just ready for some good dotes.
The stakes for this game are actually quite cool. If should Gaming win, then they'll be top of the boards with a game in hand still over the top team right now. And then should Super Serial Gaming win, they will move to, let me see,
They'll
be
move to
tied for place as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, tied for, yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see what they plan to do. Ember Spirit Ban, okay. I haven't seen that in a while.
I haven't seen
Team
an
ban.
Ember first ban in a long time.
It's been a minute. After that nerf to his thing, steering chain, sorry.
Yeah.
People are like, hero's no longer OP, what the hell is this?
Yep.
Brewmaster's
5
on the
seconds
inverse.
remaining.
Brewmaster's been on the rise.
Hey, man,
Reserve time.
that hero's scary.
Yeah, I think peeps are starting to see
Ooh,
his potential.
I think people are just realizing that, wait a minute, this is a hero where if you don't immediately lock him down, then you just straight up can't kill him immediately. What the hell? What's
Dire
he?
team ban.
Yeah, and he offers a lot of team fight control, so he's quite a strong hero.
Yeah, hype hero. Then AD, you must be happy. Jakiro ban.
As a Jakiro player, I'm happy to see
Radiant
that people are
team
taking
pick.
notice of Jakiro. Like, I don't know how many times Valve has been trying to rework this hero to make him viable, but he seems to be viable
Dire
now.
team pick.
In the pro scene.
You happy to know D, the AOI 2000, his favorite hero is Jakiro in the game, according to him.
That's hype.
He shoots at the shadow demon.
Radiant
Ish. Okay, you pick Doxia on the one side. Doxia is amazing for the off lane. You can do what you want. You're gonna get your farm, you're gonna get your levels, right?
Yeah.
And then immediately after, you see Shadow Demon and Invoker. So Doxia's laning is not gonna be fun.
Not
guess for the
fun
demon.
Radiant
all.
team ban.
And it
Do you think it's a solo mid Invoker or is it Harmon?
it's most likely a solo mid invoker. I'd like to get your opinion on
10
which
seconds
invoker will be
remaining.
getting this match. I think I would possibly think we'd be getting an
5
Exort
seconds
invoker.
remaining.
Just seeing from the
It
shadow.
should be an
Demon.
Exort Invoker.
Mm.
Reserve time.
I think gonna be Exort Invoker because then you can combat it up with the disruption. You have a
Yeah.
disruption onto the hero and then a Sunstrike from the other side of the map. Actually, if they do that, they could still leave the Invoker mid, right?
Yeah.
And then whenever the Shadow Demon has Doxia in his clutches,
Dire
grips him
team
up,
ban.
Sunstrikes him, then he has to run away.
I'm not the biggest fan of having the Temper Assassin second pickup because it kind of leaves you open to numerous counters actually.
Yeah, I'm
10
not
seconds
exactly
remaining.
sure. TA second pick. TA is a great hero, don't get me wrong, right?
No,
But
she's a great
5
hero.
seconds.
there's a reason
5
why
seconds remaining.
most of the time she's picked fourth or fifth.
Mm.
There's a good reason for that.
Reserve time.
Because now there's still quite a few counters left in the game. Because people are, you can just pick up an Iron, you pick up, what else, there's a lot of deeps. You can pick up a Venom Monster, pick up a Viper. Just, it's a great hero, but it's not your fourth phase material, I don't think, no.
Yeah, and the thing is, now that they've picked up the TA, they kind of have to draft around the TA. So counters
Yeah.
aside, they can't necessarily always counter whatever's being counter picked for
Radiant
the
team
TA
ban.
because they have to kind of draft around the TA itself.
Yeah. My game and the Disruptor. I would have thought that SSG were the ones who were going to ban it themselves. Because Disrupt's one of the hardest TA counters on the planet.
Yeah.
Just a few thunder strikes, and then refraction is gone.
Um.
Really good. So I don't know why they chose to ban it themselves.
Okay. Looking at
10
SSG's.
seconds
Looking at
remaining.
SSG's first 2 picks, just with the
5
Doxia,
seconds remaining.
I would assume that Disruptor would work very well with the Doxia.
Reserve time.
I've seen it a few times and it's insane. I think they're trying to steer their draft away from things that
From the
that
Doxia.
control team fights. Like especially when you have a Doxia, you don't want any other AOE heavy heroes joining Doxia.
I think they have first pick after this though, so they could have actually picked up the Disruptor for themselves.
Yeah.
And Disruptor is very good against dogs here. To surge, if once you pop your surge, you get glimpse back, and then that's an entire spell that you just it's useless now.
Yep. Very true. Yeah, they're literally
Dire
getting
team
away.
pick.
Yeah, they're getting rid of every, well, at
Team
least
fight,
the
yeah,
most
yeah.
prevalent ones of the
Radiant
AOE
team pick.
team fight heroes. I mean, they've gotten rid of the Ancient Apparition, which is a brilliant hero. I mean, gives you the chilling touch. Once he gets a 6, he's got the Ice Blast. Skywrath Mage being picked up. That
I
hero
haven't seen a
has.
Skywrath Mage in a long time.
Yeah, funny enough, he's actually been on the rise. I've seen
Yeah,
him
no, it's
being
not
picked
coming,
up by
Fnatic especially
Navi and
plays him a lot.
Fnatic. Yeah.
10
10 seconds remaining.
No, I'm saying besides now, just in general, you don't see this hero a lot. I think they're thinking that maybe
5 seconds remaining.
Mystic Flare, or not just Mystic Flare, the Ancient Seal, which is really strong. If you have that in the challenge, let's say the Shadow Demon you get the Ancient Seal off, and then the Shadow Demon does the disruption into Sunstrike combo. That's probably going to be a dead Doxia.
Pretty much.
Dire team.
Wow.
Wisp.
So
Okay,
it's,
say that again, Tasso.
it's gonna be a mid wisp with whoever's with Templar. Because doesn't
could be.
Wisp go mid quite a few times or all the time? To support.
Yeah, lately mid is always Wisp is always going mid. Or what I suspect that we should have a Sven or a Tiny being picked up now to go with the Wisp. What do you guys think would be better,
10
Tony
seconds
or
remaining.
Wisp and Sven?
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know actually, to be honest. Maybe the Sphinx, so how much damage he puts out. How much DPS he puts out
Radiant team
with
pick.
his ulti.
Yeah, Sven puts out a lot of DPS, but I'm thinking
I would
I
like the
actually
Tony,
favor the
actually.
Tiny a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason I favor the
Sorry.
Tiny in this particular game, when he jumps in, right, he doesn't always, even if he gets silenced by the Skywrath Mage Ancient Seal, if he gets silenced before he pops any spells, right, he still has quite a substantial right click, and he can still hit you from quite far away in comparison to the Sven, who if they silence
10
him before
seconds
God Strength and the stun, is kind of useless.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
No, I
remaining.
also favor the Tiny.
Check with the
Plus
picked up and
Tiny
down.
is really, oh, but they go Sven.
Yeah, they
Okay,
go
Sven.
for Sven though.
Dire team pick.
Okay. Also,
Check him out
before
if
they
picked
pick the
up.
Sven. Say it again?
Check him out is picked up Undying.
Oh. So everyone's favorite hero is getting involved here. Undying, a really good hero against what's his face? T8.
Radiant
Sven.
team back.
And Sven.
No, but they picked Undying before the Sven. I think
Yeah, true.
in some respects, Undying is better against thingy, call it, Tiny than he is against Sven. Because
Yeah.
Sven, even if you slow him up, right, he still has his war
10
cry to run
seconds
away.
remaining.
Yeah.
But Sven, if it's slowed, Tiny, sorry, if Tiny is slowed, takes a lot more damage than just the Sven who's slowed up.
And if he's not at a certain point, he's not going to be needing
Reserve time.
that much DPS considering his attack speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also with Tiny, the stun coming out of Tiny, there's a higher range. Your decays and your soul ropes have a higher range than Tiny stun, right?
Yeah.
So if you consistently proc those against the Tiny, maybe I think Undying was picked to dissuade SSG from picking up Tiny. Because now they have to go Sven, because now they're going to need that range stun to hit on the Undying from far away before he can get close enough to put down tombstones and etc.
Yeah.
Really good ban. What do you guys think of the tree ban from Minus Gaming now?
Man, you never want a tree up against
Dire
you.
team pick.
Like, from what I've been seeing, how teams use him, and I mean, Tree's one of those heroes that doesn't necessarily favor teams in when you think of the late game. But I mean, always having the ability to living armor your towers. If you get the advantage, essentially your towers are never in a position where they will be going down. And then obviously in terms of the laning phase, he has global presence with his living armor, and regardless
Yeah.
of the leech seed nerf, he's still pretty strong.
Yeah. And then that's a very good ban coming out of Minus Gaming. And now they pick up a lone druid. Aside from Alliance, does
10
anybody
seconds,
else
10
really still use the
seconds
hero?
remaining.
No, I honestly I think
5 seconds
the last time I
remaining.
saw Lone Druid, which was recently when Alliance
Reserve time.
it wasn't at the summit, it was at DreamHack, right? Yeah.
It was DreamHack, yeah.
It was
yeah.
DreamHack. They
played
used the Lone
there
Druid
against
and
Empire, I think.
and at that point I think I hadn't seen Lone Druid for like 2 or 3 months. So
Not that the hero is bad, right?
yeah, it's just the way
just-
the game's evolved at the moment with
Yeah.
numerous patches.
10 seconds remaining.
The current meta doesn't really favor a lone druid. Because normally it takes a bit of time to get lone druid into properly fighting condition, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to need a lot of control. There was bloody, right? So you need a lot of control to ensure that the lone druid can actually hit his targets.
Yeah.
And that takes, I'm not even sure. Okay, they have a lot of slow. They don't have like direct stuns. But sometimes people just stop attacking you and they just go straight to kill the druid itself. They leave the bear alone.
Yeah.
And then instantly after that, we see SSG pick up a Koto to give everyone mana.
Ooh, that's actually pretty strong. Quartal and
Okay.
IO.
And Io, yeah. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, D?
Oh
2
man,
months ago, Team DK versus Team CIS.
that's exactly
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
ran.
thinking of.
Yeah. They were running Koto Io. I think it was last month,
10
not 2 months ago, sorry.
10
Yeah.
seconds
But what they kept
remaining.
doing is that you throw the Io somewhere, right? Let's say he comes in bot to save his carry. He jumps in, saves the carry, gets him back to the base, and then just before the relocate times out, the Koto starts channeling his
Prepare
recall.
for
Yeah.
battle.
So that when the Wisp pulls back, he doesn't just suicide and die, he just gets called back, and it's like, well, what do we do now? Because we're screwed. But we'll see if they actually are able to time their things correctly in order to get that right.
Yeah, the question is, do they have the technical prowess to pull that off?
That is the question. Well, we're gonna get a chance to see it now, so let's see if they can actually do so. Let me introduce SSG side, and then you can introduce Midas Gaming. So on the side of SSG Tetris, we have Witness playing the hard carry Sven, Man Bear Pig playing Koto, Electron playing the support Wisp. Solomon is going to be handled by Wally on Templar Assassin, and we're going to have an offlane Bone Doggy on the Darkseer.
And over on the dia for Midas Gaming, we have Bump on the Undying. Over
30
on the
seconds to
Shadow
battle.
Demon, we've got AKQ. Over on the Skyreth Mage, we've got Intensive. On the Invoker, we've got Newmark, hashtag for Portugal. And then on the Lone Druid, we've got Diabolts.
Wait. Is this a farming Skyrath?
Wait.
Who's farming this lane? Is it Undying? Wait, what?
The battle begins.
Okay,
That's what I
well,
would do.
okay. Looking at the Undying, he's got a stout shield. And then you look at
He's the farmer.
he's the farmer, yeah.
Because Intensive right now has a smoke on him and some clarities, but yeah, hot farming. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this.
This is what you call pocket strategies right here.
Yeah, it's on pocket strats, man. Because Invoker needs, not Invoker, Undying needs levels, right?
Undying
Doesn't
needs
need Guap.
levels,
Guap is
yeah.
nice. Guap is nice, but level is what really important on the hero. And if you're putting him in a tri lane situation, I mean, it's what's an aggro tri, so they're constantly all going to be 3 grouped up like this.
Yeah.
Where's that experience gain going to be coming from?
Very true.
Okay, but it's definitely a hard farming. And then out on top lane, Lone Druid versus Darkseer is one of those more even matchups. It's one of the
Yeah.
better heroes to play against a Darkseer, Lone Druid,
Yeah.
because you can kill the Iron Shell King very quickly. But this is okay. Let's leave that confusion on bot lane for a little bit. Mid lane, who do you guys think wins that matchup between the TA and the Invoker?
Personally, I'm thinking this matchup goes to the TA. I mean, she's got
Invoker's
she's got higher base damage. I mean, and then she's got the refraction to supplement her damage. I think she should be winning that lane.
It
If
just
the Invoker, yeah,
It just depends how they play the heroes, that's all.
that is true. The Invoker is going, looks like he's going Quas Rex actually. Had he gone
Right.
Quas Exort, I think it would
Looks
have
like
been a
we've
lot
got an
better against
engagement
CA.
down bot.
Down bottom, okay, Wave's gonna go forward. Looks like they put a stun out on top of Bump right now. He's trying to do as much as he can. Put another tombstone. HSC right now on Witness, and Bump's gonna escape with very little health. And at the same time, just the tombstone doing work. Quattle's not down, man, baby. AKQ gets the first blood of the Shadow Demon. And now did they disrupt anyone? No.
That was pretty
So,
close.
yeah,
That was pretty close for
Yeah.
Bump
Very
there.
close.
He nearly lost his life.
that was really, really close. Like, really close.
But he
Looks
had
like
the
they
right
want
idea.
Electron. And they're gonna, decay goes out. Ooh, Tether goes out. But then he gets hit with the concussive blast. Ancient Seal as
Ancient
well.
Seal.
Yeah, he's dead. Couple of right clicks. Yeah, he's dead. Intensive gets the kill. And yeah, now that tri lane has lost. Looks like Witness is already heading himself up top. He's like, screw this. We're done. Need money.
I think that was the general idea of this tri lane. I don't think their intention was to get farm for the Undying. I think the idea was to get kills.
Yeah, well,
To
to
get
get the
kills.
first blow.
Get the first blood. Bully the Sven out of lane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Sven can't really kill outright a lone druid.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for him to do so. And they don't have many stuns in their line. The only direct stun they have is from the Sven. But looks like they actually want to gank them. Are they going for it?
Yeah,
Are they going for it? Let's see.
No.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go.
Witness moving in. Storm
they
Ball's gonna be the
definitely
first to
gonna go
fly. Iron Shower directly on the docks here. And then a couple of right clicks and they tether slow
Yeah, he's
go
gone.
down. Yeah, they're gonna kill him. Actually, if they wanted to, they could have been super greedy and killed the bear first and got that extra money.
Yeah.
But they didn't need to, they actually got the kill. And looks like Koto is staying alone, but oh wait, was that just for the gank? Oh no, Dox is coming here. Okay, so they really are switching.
Looks like we've got dual lanes now.
I'm not sure how I feel about. Okay, the thing is, you always need the Sven to be with the Wisp, right? You
Yeah.
can't not have him there. At the same time, okay, we look like Sign Game. The Tombstone will come out. Ancient Seal going on maybe he might get Decayed up. He's the first casualty of this battle. Surge on the dark shade is running for it. Looks like he might want to kill Intensive. Iron Shell goes out. Gets offensively disrupted. Let's see if they're going to do anything about it. There's lots of poison damage going on him. He's going to run out directly into the Tombstone's path. Concussive blast hits him and brings him down. So things going to hell in a handbasket out here on bottom for SSG.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, life ain't easy on the bot lane. The safe lane ain't so
That's
safe.
The thing is though, right? When they decide to dive like that, there's not much you can really do.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, see,
is
the
under
thing is,
attack.
the support pickups they have, as good as they are, in terms of defending a dive like that, they can't really
Yeah.
defend you from a dive.
It's anti-push. Oh, it looks like we missed an engagement on top. They actually managed to break down Wisp.
Yeah, it's anti-push. It's not anti-engagement.
Not anti-engagement, yeah. Because Gothel still needs to charge Illuminate for a while.
Yeah.
Or and if he lets it go too early, it just does like next to no damage. And the Doxy has to have like an Iron Shot prepared. Like if they catch him now in between Iron Shells and Surges, like he's dead. Just
Pretty
straight up.
much, which is exactly what happened in the previous engagement. Looks like we have an engagement. on
Intensive
top.
going top. Looks like Mauna
Engagement
being down
top.
the twin. Ancient Seal goes off on him, but a couple of right clicks will be enough to bring him down. Ooh, actually very, very unlucky. He manages to walk into the tree line and get stuck there. But on the backside, Warlord is coming here. He's got a double damage rune and refraction TA. He's actually, ooh, they might bring down the Intensive. The balls. Wisp balls are going to hit him up a couple of times. Does he have enough speed? Not going to matter. TA brought down this guy I've made. And now looks like they're going for Diapolites as well. TA's got them refraction charges, very defensive disruption. Some shadow poison goes out, soul catch on top of him as well. And now the bear's moving forward. They want to kill, but we have some support coming in. Who's coming in? Witness is coming back for round 2. Ooh, Diabolus is a bit too far deep. Are they going to throw a Stormhammer onto him? No. So everything just all squared. 1-for-1 engagement, I guess. Wisp. Oh no, actually we did. Yeah, Wisp for Skyrath. Not the worst trade on the planet.
Yeah, not the worst trade on the planet. But I don't think Matters Gaming are minding too much.
Dire's bottom tower.
No. Because the thing
under
is,
attack.
while they did that, the TA had to rotate top to get that kill, right?
Yep.
And all the time, Newmark's just been sitting here mid farming. Like, he hasn't really been, doesn't even want to do anything yet. He's just farming away, chilling. if you look at the losses, because he knows he has to try to catch up, because CA is ahead of him, not a lot, not by a traumatic margin, but ahead enough that it's going to be a concern, because it's CA.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay, TA just activated an Edwards rule. Looks like we're going to have a gag on bottom, but they're very far back unless they decide to push a bit more forward. Let's see. Is she going to meld into it? Let's see. Bump is dead. Bump is dead. Bump is so dead. Bump is so dead. So dead. So dead. But they might actually manage to bring down Bone Doggy at the same time. Oh no, wait, Bump is still somehow alive. Ancient still well done Bone Doggy, but they didn't be killed by decay damage. Bump actually manages to die, but then we have a TA with reflection going out. Intensive might actually die himself. The trap is popped, and now Iron Shell doors are right on top of Voloy. Yeah, Intensive is dead as well. Double. Oh wait, not yet. Okay, there we go. When he was just killed, TA didn't get the double kill on that. Still, nevertheless,
she's still got shit done.
Radiant's
down
middle
there.
tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
that's 2 for 1 that you can live with any day of the week. Because you killed because Undying is their hard farmer
Yeah.
in this game.
Dire's bottom tower
And if you
is
manage to
under
kill that
attack.
for just the price of your offlaner, that's a price you will live with any day of the
is
week.
under attack.
And plus, shutting down on an Undying, making sure he doesn't not getting those levels going.
Something's gonna happen top.
Top, we have multiple TPs. Okay, Intensive is here, AKQ is here, Bump and Diabolets. There we go. We're probably going to have a disruption going out onto Witness. Okay, Witness is getting disrupted now. Closer Storm Bot, only hit on ACQ. And then our Mystic Flare on the backline, hit on Manbear Pig with the Ancient Seal as well. They're going to bring him down. One more concussive blast should be able to get the kill. And then now Bump running forward. He wants to kill Witness. Witness might actually fall to this, but they're focusing him a lot. Bump is taking a lot of tower damage as well. Stormbolt goes on and they actually manage to bring him down first. And Witness is somehow still alive. Wisp keeping him alive. I think they should rather focus on the Wisp in that fight. Then Witness would be dead, but in any event, he overcharges, gets them both out of the fight.
Radiant's top tower is under
A
attack.
1 for 1 as far as things go.
Yeah, that's the mistake of many teams when they're going up against a Wisp plus
Radiant's
partner.
middle tower is under attack.
Usually, if you try and get the kill on the guy the Wisp is partnered with, the Wisp is gonna be keeping him alive for. just
Cold Snap going out right now, so I change out on Wallway right now. Ancient Seal as well. They even throw a Tornado for good measure and a Decay. They're actually gonna wanna try kill him. Concussive Blast. Oh, but they're fighting him right under the tower while he has Reflection and he just struck Bump. He might actually bring him down, no, but he dies. And then now Bone Doggy comes back. Okay, yeah, just a straight up kill. That took them a really long time to do. Had they been TP support sooner, I think they would have actually killed Bump without TA having to die.
Yeah.
But you were saying earlier about with the Wisp thing?
Yeah, the Wisp.
Nah, they won't kill
going
him
on.
with that surge up. Decay, oh wait, Decay actually killed him.
Decay
Didn't he
dropped
pop
him.
his surge? He didn't surge for some reason. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a that's a misplay.
Yeah, should
Yeah,
have surged.
Wisp and whatever partner he's with, or it's with. The thing is, if you don't take down the Wisp, you run the depending on where the game is, you run the risk of the Wisp providing survivability, or you run the risk of the Wisp saving with a relocate. So at this
Yeah.
point, the Wisp and his overcharge will literally keep
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wisp has to be at these stages of the game. Wisp has to be a priority in the fight before Sven and them get tanky.
Yeah.
Because he's the reason that they're surviving any fights. You burst him down and then suddenly you realize that wait, Sven is actually one of those slower carry heroes in the game without
Yeah.
Warcry. Okay, Wisp relocate coming down. We have Witness and ooh, they come down, but then they actually hit AQQ. AKQ gonna drop the first person, and then Luna comes on the backline. They actually hit on Intensive. They might actually try to bring him down now. Wisp is gonna relocate back, but it's gonna leave Sven here. And then now they're probably gonna transition this into some damage on the tier 1 tower bot.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under
out on top,
attack.
ooh, looks like Bump almost managed to kill Electron as he came back for the relocate. But yeah, all that ended up happening was AQQ dying. AKQ, sorry. I don't even, actually, I'm not entirely sure of the worth of that kill. Because now the Sven has to be here, right? And Doxio was, both of them have to somehow decide who gets the experience, who gets the farm. Wait, they might engage on Diabolets here. Yeah, Diabolets are going to get a upon. Stormhammer's going to fly out. Is it going to hit him? No. They should actually just kill the bear.
Oh, there we get a route onto the spin.
Unlucky route. Okay, what do you guys think about the lack of involvement from the Invoker so far?
Quite bad. He could be making a lot of difference.
And see the thing,
But it's fine, he's getting farm.
he's getting farmed. The thing is, he's building a Quas Wix Invoker.
Radiant's top
Yes.
tower
So I'm not
is under
entirely
attack.
sure how his involvement should be, because usually when
Yeah.
you've got a Quas Wix Invoker,
Mr. Flick going out onto Warlord at the top in intensive might die. Intensive might die. We actually have 2 engagements. Oh, okay, here's Invoker for
Nice.
a tornado into
Sphinx
EMP
got
and a cold snap. They actually managed to bring him down. And on the back, Bump actually managed to kill the Sven. Electron is gonna put some deep onto Bump right now. He won't be able to kill him though. Ooh, the balls and they expire. Oh, and there's a lucky Invis rune. Very lucky for him. He's gonna grab that and run himself away.
Radiant's
Oh, and they
top
managed to break
tower
down the
has
tier 1 bot
fallen.
or tier 1 top. Oh, they're gonna catch Electron. They're gonna catch him in the jungle here.
Electron's dead.
Electron's gonna die. Okay, yeah, on the other side, AKQ came as well. Might actually have a Nirvana for Mr. Flick, doesn't matter, we'll kill him. Alright, so it looks like Midas Gaming doesn't need the Invoker.
Yeah, see that's the thing.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
We've got a Quas Wix Invoker, so the idea is if he's supposed to be getting involved in any of the
Dyer's
engagements,
bottom
looks like
tower
we've
has
got
fallen.
a tower going down for the radio. But yeah, if
Yeah.
he gets involved in the engagements, he physically has to be there because he's not going exert with
Yeah.
Sun Strikes for global presence.
Yeah.
So I think he's questioning
That's
the
true.
worth of actually leaving his lane.
Yeah, maybe he's like, I'm not guaranteed to get a kill, but here at least there's guaranteed farm. And while we're saying that, tier 1 fell bottom, so that's the second tier 1 of the game.
Yep.
So they took a tier 1. So tier 1 bottom, tier 1 bottom for Radiant is a lot more important than the tier 1 top for Dire side, because the tier 1 Radiant off lane is actually it's a garbage tower. When you take it, it gives you no positional awareness. Okay, let's hold that disruption going on wall lane. Tombstone being dropped as well. Couple of decays. They don't have any vision to detect them, and they know he's Mel Strike here. Are they just gonna drop him? I think they're just gonna wait for him. Okay, there you go. He starts running again, puts reflection on, and then is Electron gonna try to save him? Ooh, actually had a concussive blast. They managed to actually bring down the Wisp first, and here comes Weakness. He pops his ultimate as well. But on the back line, Wolo is gonna be another one to die. EMP goes down, but it's not gonna get anything right now. And SSG had to back off, but they still here. Bulldog eats an Ancient Seal as well. He's gonna eat a couple of decay hits. And then a Stormhammer's gonna go out from Witness to save him, and a Vacuum as well. I'm not sure that was worth it. Blinding Lights as well to try to force them all back. Now they're missing like crazy, so they can't actually kill anybody through physical deeps. Tornado goes out from Mooma, so he actually misses Bone Doggy. And now they put an Iron Shell on Bone Doggy. They actually might try to run down the Invoker. Relocated just to make sure that there's extra health right now onto Bone Doggy. And they're probably gonna bring down Bump as well. Bump. Is he? Yeah, Bump's gonna fall as well.
They got very greedy.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah.
is under
Very,
attack.
very greedy.
The fight
Diving
fight
to
started
tier
here.
3s.
and they were fighting here. That's where it ended up. Oh, and Intense is
That
gonna die.
shouldn't be
Overstayed is
happening.
welcome.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Couple of right clicks. Yeah, he's dead. So dead. So dead. So SSG is showing that regardless of how well MG's early game has been going, any tactical missteps will and can be punished with great effect.
Dyer's middle
No, no,
tower
having
Now
a
they're gonna get a
wisp,
tier 1 tower as well.
having a wisp Sven or whatever carry
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
any carry.
Dyer's
That will
top
punish
tower
any
is under
mistakes.
attack.
Yeah. You can't ever be overly aggressive if you're not sure about the result of your aggression.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know where Wisp and partner will show up.
If you don't see Wisp on the map, you should play a lot more defensively. If you don't see Wisp or Sven, one of the two. Because otherwise it's going to be hurt. Okay, right now we see people moving in mid. I'm not sure actually why MG is here. There's not much to tactically gain from being mid. I think it would be better if they took some time, step back, got their farm going. Got some farm specifically on the Undying. Wait until you have the blade mail on him, and then start re-engaging again.
And yeah, they still have their safe lane tier 1 up. So there's still some farming territory.
But it looks like they're adamant about wanting to take the tier 1 first. Oh,
it
no,
looks like
actually, people are splitting up.
it looks like SSG's adamant about defending it.
They're like, when you like, you'll get this tower over our cold dead bodies.
Well, Lone Druid has the Radiance coming in now.
Is it already finished?
Yep. Oh, wait, there
Yep.
it is, yeah.
Radiance. Alright, so 17-minute Radiance.
That
What's the
doesn't
average
bode
Radiance
well.
time?
Not entirely sure.
Let me actually check what you're
I'm not
saying.
I'm not sure that bodes well for the team in general.
What
Considering
was the
we've got
question?
the average timing for Radiance.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure Radiance bodes well for SSG, considering they have a TA, which means the refraction is kind of negated, and then you've got squishy supports in the Keeper of the Light and Wisp.
Yeah. And right now they're going in, they're taking that Roshan.
Yep.
And I don't even think it's, SSG doesn't even know about it. That's problematic.
Yeah, they don't have vision over that area, so it's happening without their knowledge.
And according to the interwebs, Radiance timing on a Lone Druid is usually 19.49 minutes.
Yeah, but with
So-
what other items? Because all he has is the Radiance, nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, with Radiance. No, normally I'm saying if it's your first item.
Oh, okay, okay.
That means that Diabolics put in work. When they smoke up again, they might actually be wanting to kill something. Right now, looks like SSG is prepared to trade the Roshan for a tier 1 top. And there's no cliff on this, so they're definitely going to get this. And it looks like,
But they're
actually,
gonna lose tier
SSG might
one
want to trade for the tier 1 mid as well. Are there any TPs coming? Mass TPs coming in here. And now Mr. Flick goes on to Man Bear Pig, but then is he actually going to die? No, wait, the zombie's actually going to be able to bring him down. No, beautiful coming out. That's not going to be enough. He's going to be a quick Scarlet dies on that backline, being killed by a Man Bear Pig. And then now they're running back. Man Bear Pig buys back. Undying, he drops the tombstone, but the tombstone's going to be doing work. Wall going down as well. Weakness on the backline, try to bring down the Undying, but doesn't manage to do so. He gets melted down by the Radiance Bear. And then now Wallow is doing her best. TA is running there, but then Diabolites is right behind them with the Radiance and the Shadow Prison from Shadow Demon's Law. He's put in melt form, but then they just drop an EMP right on top of him, so they know more or less where he is because of the Wisp being there as well. And now Wisp might actually die, just barely manages to dodge the tornado. Another buyback from the Dark Cell. He might actually get the kill. Oh no, Shadow Demon just died. Almost died to the wall damage and the wall illusion.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But nevertheless, that ends up being a 4-for-2 engagement, I believe.
Yep, that was a very scrappy fight and a very lengthy one at that.
It also started in a very weird position because up the stairs from the tier 2 tower is not really a position you normally see fights going down.
And the weird
They
thing,
just took it there.
the other weird thing is that their objective was taking tier 1 mid. So mass TPs were already going on the tier 2 mid, and they decided that they were going to actually commit to a fight, and they took that fight handedly.
And now the problems comes in when a team feels confident enough to dive past towers or to fight on high ground, or just like the pseudo high ground just after the tier 2 tower. You have to kind of question, okay, we have a blink melt strike. Yeah, Intensive is dead. Oh, he's not. And a relocate even. They really want this guy dead. And
Is he gonna get the
actually
invis
kept running
room?
forward, he would have found himself an invis room. Ooh, that's bad luck. But I don't think he knew about it. It was like probably like just on the periphery of his vision. Had he gotten that would have been a terrible blow.
Well,
But they kill him.
I don't see much of the supports doing anything really. There's not one ward on the map.
Yeah, from both teams actually, vision is very limited.
Not one ward.
Not a single ward on the map. Hey man, who needs wards
That's
when you
the
have
problem,
TA?
though.
Who needs wards when you have TA?
It strikes me as surprising that Midas Gaming don't have any wards, considering they're going up against Cortal, Wisp, and Spain, who you kind of always need vision of.
Yeah. You constantly need vision of Whisper and PA. I mean, not PA, TA. Because if you don't have vision of them, then out of nowhere, there's either a Wisp relocate from
There we
the
go.
Wisp type in.
Yeah.
Oh wait, a ward, yay.
1 year, a ward.
And wards. Okay, now they de-ward the TA traps over there. Okay, it looks like they might want to go for something. Okay, they've already pinged it out. Looks like Minus Gaming wants to take the tier 2 bottom. They're going for it now. They're all grouping up on the bot lane. All 5 of them are here, and they're just gonna push. They're gonna. I think the objective is either get the tier 2 or kill at least 1 or 2 heroes. And either way, SSG is gonna have to actually commit as 5 because of how the game is going. If they want to repel the push, they're gonna have to all be there, get a pick off first. Otherwise, they're gonna have to try a split push. And the lanes aren't pushed far forward enough. And it looks like, yeah, Warlord is deciding to do that. Gonna put some damage onto the tier 2 mid.
Is under attack.
And hoping that somehow you can push faster than a lone druid with our radiance.
We might have a relocate from these two because they don't really have TPs on them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, let's see what they choose to do. They haven't put damage onto the tier 2 bottom yet. So they might actually be able to trade for them. TA's already cleared the creep waves. And she activated Ember's really not sure. I'll probably just help out on top of her. And yeah. Glyph has been popped, so I don't know if they want to actually try to defend this. Maybe they just want to buy time so that Witness can also try push down the tier 2 top. If they can get 2 tier 2s in exchange for 1, then that's actually a fair trade. It's a very good trade for them.
Yep.
And they still haven't brought down this tier 2 bottom yet. And Witness is already, he popped his God Strength, so he's going to put a lot of damage onto the top tower. And MG are going to have to actually respond to him right now. Like right now. If they don't, that tower is definitely going to fall.
It looks like
they actually want to go high
they're
ground.
Yeah, they want to go high ground.
Okay, so they're just going high ground. Tornado Wave only manages to catch on the portal and the TA, doesn't really catch on.
Whoa,
A wall is
God.
well into a vacuum, but doesn't really catch anybody inside it. Sven is not even here, he just brought down a tier 2 top. And then now the bear is just going in, just wants to bring down that tower. But they're going to be repelled back. I don't think they're strong enough to take it yet. They're going to do a lot of damage. They might be able to bring it down by itself. Ooh. A small misplay from the Wisp player. He brought back the TA with him instead of just leaving her at base to defend this. But
They
GG
went to
Root
the
Bottle
DD
from
rune.
TA. Alright, just gonna do a Mystic Flare and a Concussive Blast going on to the Sphere. Not enough here. Only a level 1 Mystic Flare, so not really that super powerhouse you're looking for. They do significant damage on the tier 3, but because they didn't get any kills and only got 1 tier 2, I think SSG really comes out on top of that one.
Looking at how the game's progressing right now, over on the gold graph, we're sitting at 2.5 in favor of MG, and then on the XP graph, we're sitting at 5k in favor of MG as well. Who do you think benefits more from the late game? Looking at the heroes we've got in each team.
From late game, definitely if it goes super late, I'm talking about ultra 60 plus minute games, right? We missed intent of bringing down Man Bay Pig in the mid.
Okay.
But if the game goes super late, as in 50 minutes plus, SSG will have a definite advantage because Undying, they come a point in the game when the Undying doesn't do as much as he used to, right?
Yeah.
At the kind of point where once the BKB start coming out and there's a pipe as well from the dogs here, the Skyrock is pretty much useless, right? Except for the maybe a zoning Mystic Flare, or if someone doesn't have a BKB up an Ancient Skill. But in general, late game SSG is going to be traumatizing. A late game TA is one of the heroes that one hit and a support or two are both dead, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, support.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Looks
attack.
like they might want to. Okay, Wisp Balls just hitting up everyone. And plus, Wisp is one of the few support. Oh, okay, he's not gonna die. Wisp is one of the few supports, right? That is useful at every stage of the game. Whenever Storm Ball going out, he just wasn't there, but then it doesn't really matter. God's Strength is popped right now. Sphere on the warpath. He wants to get something. They may actually managed to bring down the Skyrock and the Undying very quickly. They're gonna bring down the Bear as well. 300 extra gold going away the TA, and now they're chasing for it. We're gonna have a Stormhammer very soon. Stormhammer very full, and they actually managed to catch them both. AKQ's gonna die, and next is Mooma. Mooma's gonna be the next hero to of this world. He's gonna get hit a couple of times. Oh, 4 stuff just down the hill. Are they managed to get him? Do we have a Darkseer Surge? Darkseer has Surge. I don't know why he's not popping it yet. Wisp going on, Overcharge giving the extra move due to the Witness. They managed to just melt down. Oh, they're actually going to get Diabolus as well. Vacuum to bring it back, and a Stormhammer. And yeah, they have this Iron Shell. The Mel Strike just goes out. Double kill for Bone Dog. And that's a full 5-man wipe in exchange for nothing. And now they're just going to barrel through. They're going to try to put some damage onto the tier 3 before this gaming had any respawns. And that's what we were talking about earlier, where if you make any mistakes, like any mistakes, then SSG is going to immediately punish it. Yeah, something like that.
They got punished heavily. Because I mean, they were caught out of position.
I think when they did, what ended up happening was that, yeah, we were very out of position. Because Undying and Skyrock got caught before a wall, so they couldn't actually run past the wall to save them. And then they were brought down they were melted down. Before you knew what was happening, both of them were dead. And suddenly, now SSG has the advantage. It's a pity that Roshan is going to take so long to respawn. But they're going to get this ancient stack as well.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those
it's
very long
apparently-
respawn timers.
Yeah,
Is this game the best out of 3?
best of 3, yeah. Best of
Okay,
3.
sweet.
Right now, if we can talk about the items, Witness now has his BKB. He's got 3k gold, so we should likely be seeing a crit stick being put by him.
Yeah, probably
Wololoy
going to get
has a
deadless.
Deso Blink. Should be building into a BKB right now as well. And then the Doxia also has a Blink mech. Probably going to be building into a pipe as the game progresses. And then Diabolics is sitting, he's trying to build up an AC. Wait, where's his bear? Oh, his bear still dead. Yeah, it's going to resummon it now.
Yeah, his base still has just the
Yeah, it's
radiance.
ready.
Yeah, it's back. Yeah, there's just a Radiance phase boots on the bear, and he's got 500 gold. So it looks like he also wants to build into a pipe or an AC, something just to help him survive as well. Invoker has Necro Books, drums, 4-staff, and a 4-staff was just picked up now as well on the Shadow Demon. But I don't really think it's enough. I don't think it's enough deeps. The thing is, right now, with how the bigger that Sven gets, because now that Sven has a BKB, right? Oh, he actually went for some lifesteal. If you start the fight and you don't immediately burst him down, right?
Yeah.
You can't really kill him because the right click coming out of MG right now is not so good. It's really bad actually, right? And it's not going to be enough to chew through this Sven while he's being tethered and overcharged up on the background.
Very true, very true.
So instead of seeing 4-stars and the like, I would actually rather see Dagons, so that if they can manage if they tornado him or root him, so that they immediately burst him down before the BKBs pop. But
Yeah.
the problem is they don't have any true stuns. The only stun they have one disable. They have the disruption and maybe
And the
I don't really
bear
count
is,
tornado as a
entangle.
stun. Yeah, but you can BKB through the entangle though.
Yeah.
You can get hit, you'll be entangled, but you can BKB through it so that the rest of the spells won't hit you. So the later this game goes, the less ways Midas Gaming have to deal with the farmed Sven.
Yeah, and don't forget the fact that there's a TA in this game.
Yeah. There's a TA. Ooh, and now okay, they've smoked down into the Roshan pit. So it looks like they want to try take this. But there's a TA trap right there, so they know. SSG knows.
Yeah, they definitely know.
Immediate
Things
pings
are
going out. Here they go. They're running in now. Sending in TA. She's gonna
This fight's gonna
we
be
Shadow Demon on the
horrible,
background, but
considering they have a Doxy.
having a Doxy or wall in this scenario, okay, there we go. Disruption going out, EMP as well to fly onto the team, but they should have actually saved it for when the rest of the team arrive. Okay, well, Mystic Blade actually managed to immediately build down the TA. And then here comes the Sven on the backline. They bring down the bear and they drop a tombstone on the backline. Doesn't really matter. Bump running forward. They have to run away from this. They're gonna bring down the tombstone. It's already dead. And then now Bone Doggy might actually die for this. He pops a mech. Oh, he puts a hole on the far side. Not really the best place to put it. Blade Mail is popped as well right now. And then a Stormbolt going onto the bear. Doesn't really matter. But actually manages to kill the Wisp from the Radiance Burn. And now Witness has to run away, and they actually managed to 4-0. They've actually managed to bring down the portal. Brilliant fight come out of Midas Gaming there. Brilliant fight. And they're actually going for more. Witness being caught on the back. Tornado is actually going to clip onto him. Are they actually going to do anything more? Yeah. Arcane Seal, Concussive Blast, and Bump comes in with the decay. He gets the final double kill.
And Electron just bought
And now
back.
Wisp brought back alone. Oh, this might be a dieback. This is a definite buyback. Wisp is gonna die almost instantly. Sven buys back to try to get a kill. We have a Sunstrike. We're not even gonna need it. Witness comes back, but he also cannot do anything alone. He has to back off.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And then as he backs off, the Glyph is gonna finish, and now they're gonna get a Rax out of it. Ooh, but then Wololoy comes in the background. That Desolator putting in work. Are they actually gonna manage to bring down the Invoker? No, but they managed to actually bring down the Rax. Rax there. Stormbolt to fly, and a BKB being popped by Witness. And then now he's not taking that much damage, and he's healing up as well. They're gonna bring down Bump. He teleported in by the Bone Dog, and he blinks forward, brings a vacuum, and then Mooma has an iron shot on him, but he has to run away. TA Mel strikes the Shadow Demon, brings her down on the backline. Goto dies to the Lone Druid, but then he gets entangled up. Wololoy might actually die. Wololoy's going to die. Somehow Wololoy managed to die, and now Bone Doggy's out in the woods, and Sunstrike to fly, and actually catches him, but then He just manages to survive. And they're gonna bring down this Rex. A lane of Rex taken. Very scrappy fight.
Very
was-
scrappy fight, very long fight.
Yeah.
It was very, very drawn out. Very, very drawn out.
Yeah. That was in the most drawn out fashion possible. A 5 for 3, I think.
Yeah, roughly a 5-4. No, it was a 5 for 3, but you have to consider the fact that some of the guys respawned back, died again. The Wisp bought back. He actually
Oh,
did.
the Wisp died back, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, he did no, he didn't
No,
die.
he didn't
Did
die.
He
bought
did
back.
actually. The Wisp did die after he bought back. He did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he died.
But yeah, there were a few buybacks. Yeah, he bought back, and then the Sven bought back to try and salvage something from the situation.
Radiant's
It
top
was way
tower
too
is
drawn
under
out.
attack.
Okay, you remember what I was saying earlier about how they're going to be running out of ways to deal with the Sven with BKB, right?
Yep.
But the amount of money that Diabol's got from that fight, and how much
AC.
more attack is, yeah, he's gonna have AC now, and how much more attack is Base gonna have. Yeah, we can't say AC is already up actually. Yeah, we can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
Now they have the right click. Now Sven
And that
can
bear
be
is
dealt with,
putting in
and
work, man. Ooh, it's doing so much
they're
damage
putting
on the
a lot of
supports.
work, dude. Now Roshan the fall, who they're gonna give it to?
Roshan has
Okay,
fallen to the
Diabol takes the
ground.
Roshan as well. And now they can actually take the tier 2 top. Yeah, looks like they've drawn the line, they're going top. TA bottled up herself a DD, so it'll help it a lot in the next fight. If we look at the net worth right now, 16,000 net worth on the side of on the lone druid, 13,000 on the TA, and 12,000 on the invoker as well. Net worth, Midas Gaming, look at that gold swing.
Dude.
It went from about -4.5 to positive 3.8, and then all the way back down to 3,000 in the space of what, 14 minutes. That's really amazing. So we can actually see the exact point where SSG, I think it was the fight from Roshan, when they
Yeah, the
started
Roshan
from there
fight.
all the way back to the back. Yeah, that was disastrous for him. XP
Yeah,
was what, 5,000 in favor of Midas Gaming as well.
And here's the strange thing: they have the perfect Roshan fight lineup. I mean, you've got a Wisp, you've got a Sven who will probably be throwing out storm hammers onto whatever targets the Darkseer
Radiant's top
has
tower is
under his
under
vacuum.
attack.
So, in theory, they shouldn't have lost that fight.
Radiant's
But
top
they
The
lost
tower
reason why they did
handedly.
so badly in that fight is that they fought it in a staggered manner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they didn't all say, okay, we're moving as 5, we're going into this. They went in like
Yeah.
one by one. The TA went in first, and then afterwards Darkseer came on the other side, and then it was like a very slow one by one by one by one.
Yeah,
And
essentially,
then, wait, what?
essentially all their skills need to be used in quick succession.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we have an engagement now. Mr. Flare going down onto the TA, but she pops out BKB, and on the backside, Witness goes in, but he gets purged up. Tombstone of drop, and then the BKB is going to finish very soon. It's not that long duration. And immediately as it's done, all of a sudden he's almost dead. He gets killed by the tornado, and the Darkseer wall to drop down, but they don't really care. They're just pushing forward for this. And now the bear's going down. Are we going to see a lucky root now? So far, 2 for 1, because Shadow Demon died on the backside, and so did Skyrock Mage. So a 2 for 1 engagement. They lost the Sven. At this stage of the game, you can't afford to lose this one. Because if MG loses their supports, they're like, oh, big deal. It's just about, ooh, a lucky root's going on to Boondoggy. Stone Striker's gonna just manage to hit actually on the other side. Diabolus is being very deep forward, but he's still got an 80. He doesn't really care. He's dropped as well. Is it gonna do anything? No one has mana now. Okay, Aegis has just been popped. Bump is still here. And TA Walloy is adamant. He wants the TA kill. And now Diabolus, he doesn't have his bear. Ooh, he's gonna die here.
Strike.
Wait, is he gonna TP?
Oh,
What?
Lord.
That
Oh,
mech
that
procking. That mech
Wow,
literally
okay.
saved him.
Okay, so wow, okay. And Bump is gonna get out of himself as well.
But in the back lines, the Invoker actually fell.
The Invoker died, yeah. The
Yeah.
Invoker died just as they were trying to get themselves away. And we had a TP forward, but I'm not sure what they were going to
Wait,
achieve
what
there.
was the plan here?
Would that relocate? Now, they left Walloy here. I'm not entirely sure what was the plan. Maybe they wanted to catch the lone druid while he's farming, but okay, cool.
Yeah, but it should have been
Okay.
pretty obvious that the lone druid was going back to the fountain.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure the logic behind that one. Okay, they know where he is now, but they can't really do much about it. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So right now, SSG managing to keep themselves in this game, getting a few crucial kills, and the fact that Warlord didn't die the entire time. Okay, now we have Yule Scepter and Mystic Flare going out onto the TA, but Intensive might actually die as a result. Null Strike and a Blink forward, they break down Intensive. AKQ's gonna be next. We're gonna have a TA trap going down forward, but then they actually this is a big problem. We have a disruption going on and a wall as well. Back wall, beautiful. AKQ's gonna be the first to fall. Diabolos actually might follow soon after. We have a Null Strike going onto the player, Tornadoes as well going forward, and then actually manage to do a lot of damage. But they're gonna settle right now with getting those 2 kills. And Wololoy is getting fat. He's getting big, boys. He's getting big.
He's getting to the point where you don't want to deal with a TA.
You never want to deal with a TA.
Because I mean, a Mal Strike is literally destroying. It's literally dropping the Skywrath to a quarter of his HP.
Yeah. And we might see her buy crit.
The moment she
And once
buys
she gets a
crit,
crit and
she
a
will
Mal
be
Strike.
one-shotting the supports.
Yeah. With the critical strike, 1 shot, the supports are dead. Scarlet dead. The Shadow Demon is dead. And Mystic Flare doesn't really bother TA at all.
Yeah,
She's like, well, so what?
she got an entire Mystic Flare dropped on her and it did nothing. I mean, she BKB'd out of it. But then again, on the other hand, she still has a refraction, so she's not bothered by Mystic Flare at all.
He's like, nope. Okay, so now if you're on the side of MG, right, and you're seeing how this is going, what do you decide to do in order to kill the TA? Because now she has to become your #1 priority, right? Because she's putting out sure that the Sven has God's Hammer, because of God's Strength and the Storm Hammer, but TA from afar suddenly half of you on half health. So what do you do now to try and counteract her effect in the game?
Before I answer that, mechanics question. What is the interaction of Scythe of Vice and Refraction? Does
Go through
TA
it.
keep
Go
the
through it.
charges?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think it does, because it's kind of Scythe of Vice is kind of like a full. It debuffs you. That's the reason why it could go through things like BKB and not link. It completely debuffs you. So I don't think it. Nah, it shouldn't. It should equal
It
the
should.
refraction.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Listen, I think they need more disable. They need more disable because at this point the only thing that they have is the disruption and I guess you could count the tornado, but that's not really that much of a useful disable considering how the teams how the team on Tetris is developing. I mean, you've got this Ven with the BKB, you've got TA who's also got a BKB. Yeah, they need more disabled. They need Scythe of Vice. I don't know if they'll be getting that on the Invoker, but they need some serious disable because as it stands, if they don't disable the Sven or the TA, they will always lose the team fight. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I think their lineup was designed to have won by now.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
By now
that
the game should
time
have been
was
taken.
gone. That time
Yeah.
is already gone and done.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have a relocate going forward. Are they gonna find anyone? Just as okay. Intensive running in, he gets mana leaked up. They might be able to find it. He gets forced up onto the low ground actually. Here comes TA. Two hits.
Two hits and
yep,
she-
2 hits.
2 hits.
2 hits
And
and
I
wham,
supported, and this
bam,
is
call your mama.
before crit, guys.
Yeah, that's
Imagine if she
before
had a Daedalus right now.
Man.
Radiant's
If she had a
top
Daedalus, I
tower
think she could
is under
even
attack.
start one-shotting the Invoker or even the Lone Druid would probably be killed in like 1-2 shots. if
Yeah,
she has
pretty
that
much.
crit.
Well, she has almost 5k gold, so
Okay, looks like the Lone Druid's going for an Abyssal Blade. Well, he's got a Basher, and he just got...
Yeah, he's got a Basher right now.
Wait, he just got Vlads.
Yeah, I did.
I guess you
Maybe
can't
thinking
really
that he
complain about
needs some
lifesteal.
sustain.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they
The
seriously
bear's there
need
in the
this
front
able.
line. Oh, they actually, yeah, they're gonna kill the bear. 300 gold. Thank you very much. Oh no, it's in rabbit. Okay, phew. Good. And the Sven's also getting 5 guys. He got 2k gold. Not very. He should have his AC very soon. Actually, I think he pretty much has the gold for it
He
now,
has it.
if he wants to buy. Yeah. But I think they're saving. Oh no, he put. I thought it was saving for buyback. I mean, Shiva's God being picked up on the Undying right now.
It's not enough.
It's not really enough. No.
It's not enough. It's a good item. I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't necessarily go wrong with a Shiva's Guard. Slowing up creeps is amazing, and you also, as a hero, get the armor buff. But that's not what they need in this particular game.
In this particular game, they need at least 2 or 3 Scythe of Ice and Orchid as well.
Yeah,
I think the Invoker
need
needs to
mass
get himself a
disable
Scythe of Ice.
on on this to deal with both the TA and the Sven.
The thing is, well, the problem with a lineup like NG's has right now, right, is that if you can kill the Invoker or the Skywrath Mage, right,
Yeah.
No, Templar is
That-
dangerous.
kind of halves the effectiveness that the team has in their own fighting. And
Yeah,
now we have a dataless TA. Okay.
And the biggest problem is they're still lacking for right click as opposed to what SSG has.
Yeah. I think it's come to a point where this game cannot be won by them in team fights anymore. It's gonna have to be on the back of the Diabolic split push.
And we've got a relocate going out.
Relocate gank going forward. Do they manage to kill anyone? No, but then on the
Scores
back on the forward, they actually find Bump. Ooh, I don't know why they. Okay, here we go. The rest of the team coming in. Had they gone fully on that, I think Minus Gaming could have killed them before the team got there. I mean, the Bump could have died before the team got there. But okay, look how low health he was, right? TA hit him twice without any crits properly fully proccing.
Yeah.
Like right now, she just hit the creep 904 crit. Jeez.
That is scary.
I mean, you get hit by that. What do you do?
You die. That's what you do. You die.
You die. Just straight up, like, dead. Okay. Right now, though, Midas Gaming, let's not forget, they do have a lane of Rex, right?
Yep.
So, that right now, at
They
moments
need
like this,
Roshan,
Doggy
actually.
has to be brought. They do need Roshan, yeah. And they're trying to take it now. But SSG knows. They know.
And this time they may be ready
Alright,
to
here we
take a
go.
proper Roshan fight.
Roshan dropping low. Are they going to get there in time? And he pops out beautiful pipe.
Yes,
A back wall goes through, but actually pulls him into the pit. AKQ drops almost instantly from the TA's hits. And then now here comes Witness on the back line. They actually might be able to stun up Bump. No, they've already used the Stone Bolt. And then Wallow gets a double kill, brings down the Skywrath Fade on the other side. And then Diabol's being a G, he actually goes and kills the Roshan. And he picks up the Aegis as well, but it's not going to matter. He's just going to die. And they're going to clean up the bear as well. 300 extra gold going their way. And then he's going to die. Oh, he has no escape out of this. And there's no wisp. Wow, triple kill
Literally
for the
melted.
TA.
Melted.
Decreed your death.
And Bump is next. Bump is next on the list. TA is running. Where is she? Oh wait, they're letting him go? Okay.
I was just waiting for her blink
They
to come back.
they actually stopped. They actually slowed down to kill the necro creeps.
Oh, okay, to get that extra goal going. Alright, that makes sense. And it looks like Wololo is going to be moving bottom to take. There's a lot of creeps coming, so that's even more form for her. So, okay, guys, if you're MG right now,
Middle tower is under attack.
and you look at this TA,
Dire's
right?
Split
structures
push.
are
Now you
fortified.
You split push.
Okay. Out of
Looks like
middle,
we've got
though, it looks like
engagement.
they're just trying to put some damage on the tower. Soul Catcher the fly as well as the disruption. BKB is being proper witness, but he's been demonic purge up, so he's very slow. I don't think we have a relocate yet. He's just gonna TP out normally. Is he gonna make it? Yeah. Oh, no, he doesn't. He actually gets melted down. Oof, that was close. I don't know why the Wisp didn't relocate him out. And then rely on the Koto. Oh, Koto's dead as well. So they actually managed to defend this. So the lesson I think that we've learned from this, right, is that the decider of the fight will always be TA, whether she's
Yeah.
dead or not.
Pretty much.
The TA is there, you win the fight. If she's not, you lose it. I think what happened is that SSG felt quite confident after taking that Roshan fight. They were like, yeah, it's cool, we got this. And they were like, oh wait, Wololo isn't here. No, we don't got this. And then they died. We have a buyback coming in from Makoto now.
Yeah, he kind of has to
That's
buy
actually
back.
he had to buy back. So does Sven. Yeah, Sven also has to buy back now. And I think MG should actually be content with this, forcing out a buyback, forcing out 2 buybacks, especially on the Sven, which is
They shouldn't
farm.
commit though.
We have Intense going down, Tornado goes and miss on everything, but they might actually be able to bring down Intense. Intense, okay, no, the bear goes down. No kills have been popped yet. Vac back onto AKQ and he gets a minor leak, so he actually has to stop, and he's stunned up now. Definitely Blast goes back, and then he gets forced out forward, but then here comes Wololoy. 2 hits, he's dead. Another backline. Bump is trying to do it. He pops a shield guard and a blade mill, but then they've got patience. They can wait, and now Wololoy is gonna go 1 hit. There we go, 1 hit, double kill as soon as the blade mill is down. Sunstrike to go down, but it's not gonna really do anything. And now they're just gonna barrel forward mid because now TA is here. Didn't even need to use her BKB in that fight. Sitting on 5k gold, so. What item do you guys think she goes for next?
Rapier.
Straight up.
Straight up rapier. Honestly, she
Actually
can
wouldn't be opposed to that.
She. Yeah, you wouldn't. You're never opposed to a rapier anyway.
Yeah, that's true, man. Rapier's hype.
She could be. She could do well with a butterfly.
Yeah, butterfly.
She could do well with a butterfly actually.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
If she gets a butter, I was actually thinking more along the lines of thingy,
Radiant's top
Manta
tower
style.
is under attack.
And
Yeah,
now they're
Manta
gonna
style
lose
is
a lane
the
of
other
Rex here.
Has fallen. Dire's
At the top
middle
though,
tower is under
doing what you call, okay, Tia is getting a lot of kills. That damage.
That damage is insane.
They get their mid-racks. Direbolt's doing what he could. He managed to split push the tier 3 tower, but not much more than that. And the creep, okay,
Creeps
but
are
the creeps are
doing
pushing
work.
in bot lane.
Creeps are doing it.
The
work,
creeps are
yeah.
pushing in bot lane. Do you think right now? I think actually that SSG just go for the full to try and finish the fight. AKQ is taking a lot of damage. He's in Ghost Scepter mode to try and survive it. Mooma's gonna have to run back because he's been hit by TA one too many times. But oh, they're actually gonna manage to bring her down, fighting very deep into the base. That's a huge bump of gold going the way of the Undying. He gets himself 1,300 gold, and Electron's gonna fall next. Doesn't even need a lucky crit, just one more. Oh, and he actually managed to get, and they get the gem as well.
These fights are going way too back and forth. I think both teams have a problem of overcommitting. Like they never contend with a favorable exchange that they get.
Yeah,
That is true.
they dive way too. They should have actually just been happy with Rex and just backed off. 1 lane of Rex, backed off, and then pushed out for the next one.
Yeah.
But because they kept fighting and there were no creeps to protect them from the damage that the towers were dealing,
Yeah.
they just died straight up. And now TA has to buy back, yeah.
and already
Otherwise, okay, but
Yeah,
it's not going to really
that
matter.
bear- that
The
bear's damage
speed
on
of the
towers.
bear's push. But then he get hit by a blinding light, so he can't actually hit anything. Wololoy jumps forward. Okay, they just lost range Rex. That's fine. That's dealable. You can live with that. In some games, I know some people actually think that losing a lane of ranged Rex is actually slightly more favorable because it keeps the creep wave on your side of the map, which means you can easily farm it up. But in this instance, when you have a lone druid who can easily go there and push, it's a really bad.
It's a
you
really
don't
bad
you don't want to lose any Rex against them.
I don't know, man. In terms of how the game is looking, Tetris is sitting there with a 10k XP lead, and they're sitting there with a 5k gold lead. But it, from what I'm seeing on the engagements that have been taken here, this is still technically, I mean, it's more so SSG Tetris's game to lose, but MG still has a fairly good chance of taking the game, considering they also have a Rex, and they took range Rex. They took range Rex on the top lane. They still actually have a great chance of taking the game.
Yeah.
And personally, I think if they decide to go for split pushing as opposed to team fighting, they will actually win the game.
Yeah. Because right now, team fighting is just out of the question.
Yeah,
right?
team fighting is out of the question. So they should, because I mean, the only reason they're winning team fights is because Tetris is overcommitting on certain team fights. But I mean, if they stick to pushing, I mean, they have an incredible. The split push is strong within this team. So I
The
think
split push is really strong.
yeah, no, it's really strong. So if they just focus on split pushing and maybe getting a pick off here and there, they shouldn't even be focusing on that. But if they split push, keep the lanes pushed out, keep essentially choking Tetris's avenue of movement in terms of territory, they could still win the game.
Look at this. Wololoy looks like Tasso was right. It's going in to be building that rapier.
Oh my
Am I right?
goodness.
And it looks like it. He's bought a demon edge.
Oh
yeah,
my
what else
goodness.
can you buy with a demon edge?
Oh my
Ah,
goodness.
MKB, damn it.
There
so
we
sad.
go. That's some sense. Although I wouldn't have
No,
expected.
man.
I would have expected a mantis style or a butterfly.
I think a repair would have been so cool.
Rapier would have actually been amazing. You know why rapier would be cool, right?
Imagine
You
what
buy a
it's crits.
rapier, one hit crits, yeah. One hit, and
One hit,
possibly if the Darkseer can get a good vac wall, right?
That's
If he
it.
vacs them into a close position and the Stormhammer hits them as well, then one hit from the TA and then
Can kill
literally the
literally
entire team will
three.
die.
Yeah.
It can be one of those things where it's like one click rampages.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing as a six-slotted Sven when he hits you with his when he cleaves, man. Oof.
Yeah.
Or a Kunka for that matter. Oof. It
Or a
is
conquer, you know that lucky crit,
yeah.
that rampage. So I'm very sad with Wololoy that he didn't go for that. I'm not happy. I wanted that rapier, man.
He wanted to play
Maybe
it
it comes
safe.
out just now, maybe.
Maybe. Okay, looks like Roshan's gonna be spawning in a minute, and I think we can all agree that whatever happens now at the Roche pit, if there's a fight, if there's no fight, whatever team will get the age is cool. But if there's a fight, that's probably gonna decide.
That's
the
gonna
game.
decide the game. Yeah, that's gonna decide the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking over. Okay, if I look at over on the buyback status, over on the Radiant, only the Darkseer has buyback. So
Yeah.
if the Radiant loses the fight, they've definitely lost the game because the push is way too strong. If MG loses the fight, they don't have buy. They only have buyback on their Invoker and the Undying. But still, yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, the next Roshan fight is essentially going to decide what game, how this game ends.
Okay, and it looks like both teams, they know that they can almost feel it. Roshan is up now. It's going down. Here we go. I almost wish there was like music in the background. Music, some narration. Build up that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and they group up to 5-man smoke. Okay, here we go.
You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Man of Steel score, man.
Yeah, exactly. Hype like that, man. Ooh, they're gonna find their bullets. If they kill him, then the fight's over before it even begins. A beautiful back to Man of Stormboard. Act manages to hit on 3. TA jumps forward, immediately brings down Diabolus. He's trying to do what he can. The bear's gonna die. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Diabolus that died. It was Bump. Sorry. They were all just clumped in so close that they look like the same thing. And now definitely Blast goes out on the backline. AKQ has to TP out, and this Roshan is just gonna melt. There's definitely not gonna be enough time for MNG to come back and stop this. And Sven now has the Aegis of the Immortal, and they have the advantage. But at the back, the creeps doing in work. Mega creeps, man. Mega creeps keeping the dream alive.
Creeps MVP.
If the lane wasn't pushed that far back,
the game
there's
would
not
be
too
over.
much to expect that we would have seen them rush forward.
Yeah.
But now God strength is down. He popped the BKB, so only should have a 4-second BKB only now. Yeah, TA didn't even see the need to pop hers. And now, that's a big wave for Sven to get.
It's a very big one.
And that's actually one of the reasons why it's nice when it's just the range creeps.
Yeah.
They're not that hard to kill. But it looks like okay, MG have had enough. They're coming mid. But there's a Aegis. I think that they should have rather given the Aegis to TA. But she's kind of 6-slotted. Or she's on the way to being fully 6-slotted. Just these boots of travel.
We're gonna have-
6-slotted.
Ooh, we're gonna have
Okay,
a
here's the
standoff.
fight going down.
And-
Vacuum going down. They actually immediately melt down AKQ. AKQ is dead. We're gonna have a God strength repop as well. Tornado going forward, but doesn't really do much because of BKBs. Invoker's already dead as well. And now Bump is gonna try to do his best to run away. As this is happening, Diabolus is doing what he needs to do. He's putting in that split push, doing what he can. And then now here comes the team to engage upon him. He just wants those racks as quickly as possible. Ooh, Stormhammer actually manages to hit. They don't manage to bring down the racks. It's gonna regen up. So they lost the Invoker and the Shadow Demon almost as he can. TA is still fighting. He's gonna be able to bring down Bump. I'm gonna have a trap going down as well. One more hit, he's dead. Oh, actually 2 more hits. Yeah, but he's dead nevertheless, regardless. And intensive is here on the way. They drop some Mystic Crown to Man Bay Pick, doesn't really do enough. And they kill him and they get the gem back. That was a literal 1-hit kill though. So, Yeah, what do you do? Right now, actually, if the T is probably just gonna put some damage onto the tier 4s right now, because she still has a blink. She didn't even use her BKB. That's how easy the game. Oh no, look on bot lane. Bone Doggy might actually die. Oh, he actually hexes up Diabolus. Ironic that the
It's a
team with the
piggy.
TA has hex.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
try and push.
Diabolus is also, okay. This is now a base race. And Diabolus should be able to win it actually. TA is gonna get a kill. Almost brought down AKQ, but then they bring down the tier 4s in mid. This is a base race, and
Wow.
MG's gonna win. MG is going to win this game. Oh, but we actually have a Wisp relocate back in. Are they actually gonna try to bring down Diabolus? But it's taking them so long to actually attack him. And then he's just running around. They're just gonna be attacking the base. Diabolus is going for it. He wants to try and get something going, but they actually managed to kill him. On the backline, on Wololo is still there mid, but then he's gonna die right now. Actually, he's not. He pops his BKB. And right now he's just putting on so much damage, they can't deal with him. Invoker has to back off, and now the guy will bring down the tier 4. Buyback right now from the lone druid, but he doesn't have his bear for a very long time, for a full minute. But they still hold their tier 4s, and we have a naked rat being exposed. TA, one hit, 1-2 hits, they bring down the invoker, and now there's no buyback. Okay, buyback on the invoker, but instant buyback. But I think they're going to be able to get this. But he just jumps on the back line. Wololoy just doesn't give a damn. He knows he has buyback money. He doesn't care. He just wants to get as much kills out of this as humanly possible. EMP tornado to fly. It doesn't really matter. Wololoy is somehow still alive. And here comes Witness. They're going to bring down Bump. They managed to bring down Bump. And Witness is doing what he can. They bring down the Tombstone. Vacuum going down as well. Iron Shell onto him. And then now this is going to be a base race. Are they going to, if they take the tier 4 right now, this is going to be game over for MG. They're not going to be able to sustain this game. Tier 4s drop. And then now the ancient is gonna fall now as well.
The game is pretty much done.
Wololoy bought back as well and bought TP boots.
Well, there goes
One
the
crit,
box.
one
There's
hit,
the box.
and Invokers are not.
Ooh,
Okay,
looks
nice
like
one.
we've got
Invoker
the
bought
big
back. This is a
going
true base race. But then now they're gonna bring it down first.
on. Yeah, pretty
Well
much.
played.
That was intense.
Very good game.
That was intense.
What a game.
That was intense.
That was fantastic.
Wow.
Okay,
Well done.
that was
Game two.
amazing.
Uh,
58 minutes.
Personally, the game boiled down to MG deciding they wanted to go the fighting route, where they had a brilliant split push. I mean, they had the Invoker, they had the Lone Druid with Radiance. They pretty much had and they had range racks top. They had a set of racks bot. Essentially, it was down. It was and I mean they took down the tier 4s as well. Their
Yeah.
biggest problem was them committing to fights. Simple as that.
If they didn't decide to commit to fights, and if the Invoker had gone more exort routes earlier for more
Yeah.
split push with T4 split,
Definitely.
I think they would have won this game.
But nonetheless, that was a brilliant game from both
Amazing game
teams.
from both sides.
I'm keen to see what
Really
happens
good
next game.
I want to see what's happening. Game 2 is gonna start very soon, guys. Final score
Yeah.
46-38. A brilliant base race at the end. 58 minutes in, and now time for game 2 between SSG, Tetris, and MG. See you
Okay,
guys
well,
just now.
I'm gonna join the lobby, but I will be back soon, guys. Just gonna go do some things.
Good
Cool.
vibes.
Sweet.